Good morning, comic fans. You're with the Comic Push of the Comics Club, Tampa and Brandon's favorite comic gaming store. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It is Wednesday, February the 12th. We have, this is the second of 4 new comic book days of the month. And I'll tell you what, we have some really cool things to show you this morning. Every once in a while, as often as I can, I try to send out books to be slabbed, graded. I use CGC to do it. They're right down in Sarasota, Florida. Just a hop, sip of the jump. Doesn't take any time at all for the mail to get there and back. So we've been sending in batches of 25 and 15. Good morning, Steve Fisher. Good. Thank you so much for joining us. We just got a batch in of 25. A couple of people who happened to be here when it arrived saw what we had, and we sold 3 of them right off the bat. But I have some of them to show you. I'm not going to show all 25 today. You can go check out our graded comics. I put our Facebook link on there on the chat. If you want to go check out our Facebook, and you can follow us on Facebook while you're at it if you like. But you can find all the pictures of the current slab comics that we just got into the shop yesterday. Or 2 days ago. It's taken me a couple of days to get them all put into our system and photographed and priced and all of those great things. So just a minute, I'm going to show you that. I also want to let you know that Game Trade Magazine is at the stands at the Comics Club. You know, we sell more than just comics. We sell games as well. Come and get yourself the latest issue of Game Trade Magazine. Also, DC Connect. These have been coming in sporadically, but we've got the latest one. Here it is. If you're looking for DC Connect, all the cool things happening coming up with DC Comics, there it is. Previews Magazine, despite the fact that Diamond Comics Distributors has filed for bankruptcy and is trying to get through all that, they still are putting out Previews Magazine, which gives us hope that they are going to continue as an ongoing operation, or that someone buys them out so that we have a smooth transition from this current disaster. I mean, it's just been one thing after another ever since. I'll tell you, forget the pandemic. Back in 2008, we went through a great recession that just about murdered us. And then, of course, a few years later, we had the pandemic and, hyperinflation and high interest rates, which haven't cut down enough. But anyway, we're facing all of these challenges, including Diamond's latest debacle. So we'll see what happens. We're hanging in there. We're rolling with the punches. Also, we just got a restock on this Doomsday Clock, of course. Everything Superman. Pardon 1 second. There's someone banging on my door. Hello there. Hey, that will move to Warzone. You can sit on top of the last case there.
That's your name, possible?
Stamper. Stamper.
Gotcha.
God, I hope this survives all right.
Yes.
I'm in the middle of a YouTube show. I got to get back to it.
Oh, okay, my bad, bud.
Sorry, it's not your fault. You didn't know. And we're actually not open. What? Please do come back to visit us. I appreciate you safe today. I so apologize for that, guys. You know, I'm here by myself doing this, and we get a delivery from UPS from our gaming. I told you just a minute ago we have gaming. Well, I just got a gaming delivery, so I'm sure there's some really great stuff in there. Hey, Juggernaut, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I am so sorry about that interruption, guys. But, you know, these live shows, this is what happens. I was just showing you Doomsday Clock. Everything Superman is hot, especially these absolute Superman things. I want to show you some really cool, very rare absolute Supermans that we got in slab. Department of Truth, we got a restock on that. That has been more and more people picking up this Department of Truth trade paperback. Wonder what's going on with that. Labyrinth, are you a fan of Jim Henson's Labyrinth? Here it is, hardcover. Reflects the original comic. Also, these are all restocks. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, going to be a movie. It's been a hot seller lately. If you haven't read this, my personal favorite Supergirl story ever. I think I've told you guys that before. Need a hardcover copy? We got that too. This is a beautiful book too. Gold foil. Love that gimmicky stuff. Okay, now what's the size of this week's stack? We got about 10 inches. Not bad. Not bad. Did I count that right? Yeah, about 10 inches. It's an improvement. We're slowly improving. seeing some more and more. There's some great variant covers, but before I get into that, and before we get into this week's comics and this week's variant covers, I got to show you these new slabs we got in. They're just absolutely amazing. And I'm going to go with the rarest ones. I'll start with the 1 in 50s. And this is a Absolute Superman number 2, 1 in 50. So I can angle this so we can see it best with all this reflection. So that is, how you doing there, Metalhead Maxie? Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, everybody, don't forget to leave a comment after the show down below so I can enter you into our monthly drawing. So there is, that's Absolute Superman number 2, a 1 in 50 variant. We just got these in Monday. Here is a Absolute Superman number 1, 1 in 50. This is a Crane art. Department of Truth is a James Tynion written comic and it is beyond strange, probably one of the best writers in comics. I have heard you say that before about that, Juggernaut. I'm going to have to go check that out. I did read the first issue. It is strange, just the first issue, but it gets even weirder. Well, I've been told. So I am going to definitely go check that out. And you guys should too. You need a copy? We have one here. We have a 1 in 50 Absolute Batman number 3. Oh, just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 1 in 50. I love that artwork. It is so dark and just awesome. What we got here? This is another 1 in 50 Absolute Batman number 2. This is a cool artwork, eh? He's so thick. The thickest Batman ever. All right. Move these over here. Keep them safe. And well, give me 1 second. Speaking of safe, if you have graded comics and you want to make sure the edges stay safe and they don't get busted up, these comic book slab bumpers, they're great. They work great. They come 3 in a pack for $20. If you're a subscriber discount club member, you get a discount off of that. But knocking over my whole set here. So, but this is how they work. There's this rubber piece that goes all the way around the comic book, and it's soft rubber. It's made of like silicone, and I would never do that if this rubber wasn't on there. Totally saving your comic from damage. You've made such a big investment in your slab comics. Find every way you can to protect them, and I think this is probably a good idea. Especially if you're going to have other people looking at your collection or touching your collection, this is a good way to protect them. Like I say, I would never do this with a regular unprotected comic book. So I highly recommend these. This is how I'm protecting mine. So they got the recommendation of the comic book pusher. Okay, I'm not being paid for this. Maybe one of these years they'll pay me for my advertisements for their products. Okay, coming up next, we have a 1 in 50 Absolute Wonder Woman number 3. How beautiful is this book? Look at the art. I just love it. Her crazy course, and what a wild comic this has been. If you haven't been reading the Absolute stuff, you're missing out. This stuff has been fantastic. Amazing takes on these characters. Okay, this one's up. Juggernaut, are you watching? Slab Condom, amazing. Absolutely. And speaking of Absolute Superman, 1 in 100. Jim Lee, sketch art. Oh, I love this book. 1 in 100, people. You discount club members and subscribers, going to get it cheaper than that. Come and talk to me. This is a great book. You're going to love it. I've only got the one. I've been very tempted to keep it for myself. I know you want this book, Juggernaut. It could be yours. Just bring me the money. Cash is king, by the way. You know what that means. All right, let's see here. And beyond that, if you thought that wasn't rare enough, I got one rarer for you. Not Superman, but Batman. This is the Ashcan edition from San Diego Comic-Con. Pretty cool. I want this. I want all of them for me, but I have to sell them. That's the only way we keep the lights on around here. That, and if you become a patron through Patreon, I think I'll put the link down below. Go check it out. Think about us. Keep us alive here. Ashcan, San Diego Comic-Con 2024, Absolute Batman #1. This book will go down in history, as will the 1-in-100s and all the other ones I'm showing you. All right, last but not least, because we're not doing well in time here, we're running behind. This is even rarer, and it's not an absolute book. This is a rare second print of Dr. Doom #1 from 2020. Anybody want to guess how many of these were made? Far less than 1,000. Just they just weren't ordered. People just didn't order them. The shops didn't order them. I think the actual number printed was less than 900, like 800. Some of these were done. That's how rare this baby is. So if you're looking for rarity, as well as Dr. Doom is one of the hottest characters right now in comic books, this book has everything going for it, and it's a beautiful 9.8. Hot character, rare book, 9.8. That spells value. And those are the kind of books that hold their value long-term with fans. So those are all here at the Comics Club. If you want to check them out on Facebook, we have them on our Facebook. I put the link in the chat. And you can also find a link down below in the comments section afterwards. We're working on our next batch to send out. Even as we speak, we're going to be looking through tons more boxes. You know, we have about 200,000 comics in our inventory. We're constantly going through them to find new comics to have slabbed. This latest batch, out of the 25 I sent in, I got 24 9.8s. That was, I think, my best track record yet of 25 comics sent in. 24 of them 9.8s. That's pretty wild. We did a great job. So let's jump into this week's comics. We have variant covers to start off with, and sometimes it's just luck. It's just pure luck when you grade comics. When you're going through, you finding things. You think, okay, I had at least a couple in there that I thought were going to get 9.6s. I really did. I did not expect a couple of those books to get 9.8s. I won't say which ones they were, but when they came as 9.8s, it's like beautiful. And I looked over the books again. It's like, I can't even see what I made me think that it was going to be a 9.6. So maybe I was just paranoid. I don't know. We got better lighting in the store now, so I can see those books better. Transformers, #17. This is a 1-in-10 variant for you. Batman #5. If you've been reading Absolute Batman, this is Absolute Batman #5, and this ends. Hit the like button for the publisher. Thank you so much, Chuck. This is the last issue, the 5-issue first story arc. So it's not the end of the series; it's the end of the first story arc, and the first 5 issues will probably be collected at some point into a trade paperback. But this story is the last of the first story arc for Absolute Batman, and I'll tell you what, it's been absolutely amazing. I Hate Fairyland. Do you hate Fairyland? This is I Hate Fairyland, Happy Endgame, part 5 of 5. This is issue number 20. This is a 1-in-10. Scotty Young, is that the head of Scotty Young in the box? Oh boy, that little girl is insane. Absolute Batman #5. This is a 1-in-50. You saw some 1-in-50s slabbed, and they could be yours. And Magic #2, 1-in-10 design. All New Venom #3, 1-in-25. One World Under Doom, a new series launching. This is a 1-in-25. Eddie Brock Carnage. This is a new ongoing story about Eddie Brock being the host of the symbiote Carnage. #1. This is a 1-in-25. And we have Sam Wilson, Captain America, #2. It's a 1-in-10 design variant. Which one are we so excited for, Metalhead Maxie? You got all excited and was, oh my God. And what are we excited about? Which one? Which one was it? Amazing Spider-Man #67. 1-in-25. So some really cool variants. Plus, we got in a whole bunch of second printings on things. I want to run through them real fast. It's all DC stuff. These are all second printings, or I'll tell you what printings they are as we go. This is a second printing of the New Gods #1 foil edition, and this is also a second printing, New Gods regular edition. This is all new Batman, Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman #2, the Dr. Doom, the Scotty Young cover. Yeah, as amazing. Scotty Young stuff is just so hilarious. I love it. And he's lately gotten more popular than ever and has been doing a lot more stuff. So we're loving Scotty Young. Yeah, always have. Some of our customers are always competing to get the Scotty Young stuff that we have. Absolute Batman #2. This is a third printing. And we have Absolute Superman #1. This is a third printing. Absolute Superman #2, second printing. Absolute Wonder Woman #2, third printing. That's how popular these have been. Already going into multiple printings. I'm loving it. It's so good to see DC have a hit after a while, after a very long while. Absolute Wonder Woman #3, and this is a second printing. So if you missed out on the earlier printings and you still want some, we still have some of these in earlier printings. So if you're looking for these books, we still have a lot to offer, as well as slab versions. So check out the Comics Club. If you haven't been here before, or if you have, tell your friends. Check us out. Black Lightning, issue #4 from DC Comics. You have a couple covers for that one. Green Lantern, I believe. Oh wait, no, this is a one-shot DC Vampires World War V, Darkness and Light, but it features a Green Lantern. I think this is a one-shot, by the way. And we have this one, the Vampiric Wonder Woman. I'm loving that. Who doesn't love Wonder Woman as a vampire? Eh? And there's this one. Also starting up is Green Lantern Corps. I believe in this first issue we get introduced to a new Green Lantern. Here's a nice shiny foil version. We love those gimmicks of this one that is not shiny and foily. And then there's this guy on the cover and these two girls. Great stuff. One more. The whole team there. Is that the new guy or has that person been around there for a while? Sometimes the second, third, and fourth printings become more valuable due to print run. Yes, just like that Dr. Doom we saw, a second printing of that with less than 1,000, I think less than 900 copies purchased by retailers. And so I don't know what they did with the rest of them. I guess they get dumped and burned or who knows what they do with them. If you didn't like any of those Green Lantern Corps #1 covers, you could always draw your own with a blank cover. We have a whole bunch of blank covers. If you're an artist or if you just want to get artist sketches done or autographs, we have a ton of blank covers here at the Comics Club. You should come and check them out. Take them to the shows with you. I know a lot of people did before the MegaCon hit here lately. We had a whole bunch of people come in and buying blank covers of stuff, looking to get it autographed. These absolutes. All right, we have Absolute Batman #5. This finishes the first story arc. Just loving this guy's equipment. It's just amazing. And Action Comics #1083 hitting the stands. Everything Superman has become popular again, and I'm loving it because that's my favorite character. So to have Superman at the top of the list again, look at this cover. I love this. This is just so Superman. Stopping the truck, saving the child. And Aquaman, I have not read the first issue, but I've had several people tell me that they love the first issue of Aquaman. This is up to #2 now. I got to check it out. Mira, his girl. He's riding a giant tortoise there. What is that? Looks like he's got some trouble there. The dark tide. It's like the water's trying to eat him. Maybe be a problem if you were Aquaman and had a fight with water itself, eh? Batman #610. Remember that great issue way back when and that wonderful Jim Lee cover? Well, it got a facsimile edition with a foily cover. Batman and Robin together again, just like old times. Father and son. Damian and Bruce. Fall of the House of Wayne. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. All right, and Batman Dark Patterns. We got issue number 3. And that's what we have for DC offerings. We're going to jump into Marvel. Marvel offerings. I'm so excited about the getting 24 9.8s on the slab shipment. I'd like to say that was just all my hard work and making sure they were perfect, but some of it is luck. It's luck. Did I get the grader who's a little forgiving? No, I think I just did. I think they all were solid 9.8s. But I know in the past we've had some problems, things that was like, where did they come up with this grade? But this batch, it was spot on. It was perfect. So happy. But feeling a little lucky somehow that I want to, not want to rob myself of the hard work I put in. And I'm talking about hours and hours of going through thousands of comics to find the right ones to send in to get slabbed. And so, yeah, maybe there is some luck involved in this. I don't know. Maybe. X-Men number 11. Several covers. Magic seems to be everywhere right now. That character we just saw. Magic issue number 2. Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu. We had more covers of the Magic. We have more on order. We sold out on pre-order several of the different covers. So if you don't want to miss a comic, you need to either come in and pre-order it from us or get a subscription service with us. We'll make sure you don't miss a book. We'll do our best. Marvel Mutts, issue number 1. I love this. What do you think of this one, Juggernaut? Them playing poker. I think that guy's cheating there. That's just great. Marvel Mutts. So if you're into pets, there you go. The super pets. New Champions number 2. I believe we get a first appearance of several characters in this that had previously only had their first appearances as cover appearances. And this Magneto character, forget her name. It's not Magnetoette. Magnet. Anyway, she's a new character, and there's several new characters being presented in this that had previously only had cover. They were variant cover art, and they hadn't been in comics themselves until now. And those are their first full appearances, I guess you would call it, because we had the very, very brief cover appearance. One World Under Doom, number 1, highly anticipated book. It's got a bunch of different covers. That negative space cover, that's interesting. Dr. Doom, he's in here. He's the Sorcerer Supreme of the world. He's got his mechanical dinosaur there that's carrying a big gun. Okay. And him on his throne wielding the power of the Sorcerer Supreme. He's even got the cape and everything. It's awesome. That should be a fun read. Psylocke, issue number 4. Captain America, Sam Wilson, Captain America, issue number 2. It's a throwback cover, homage cover. Anybody know which issue it was that this is a homage to? They don't show us on the back. I think it was Green Hulk and Steve Rogers in the original one. That's a good one. Photograph right out of the movie, TV show, both. Fantastic Four cover contribute, I guess. Liking that one, eh? And there. Scene right out of the movie, I think. Look at that. That movie looks like it should be cool. I'm looking very forward to it. Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider. The wife and I will be by to pick up everything later. Awesome. That is awesome. Can't wait. Spider-Man, Ghost Spider, number 10. Spider-Boy, number 16, hitting the stands. This one has Spider-Boy in it, Spider-Girl in it, Hulkette. It's got all kinds of action in this one. That Eddie Brock Carnage has a whole bunch of different covers because, it has to. Here it is. This cover and that cover. This is a cool one. It has a wraparound. Show you the whole thing here. That last wraparound like that one got real hot. Here's a foily one. Foil on front and back. That's a homage, I believe, to a previous cover. This that is a wild cover. If you didn't like any of those, hey, draw your own. There you go with the blank one. Facsimile edition of the very first appearance of the Punisher and Amazing Spider-Man number 129. If you couldn't own the original, then you could own the facsimile. It's the same book almost. Just a couple of differences. In much better shape than the one you could probably afford. So here you go. It'll be my copy in my file because I no longer own this. I've sold this multiple times to different people. We sold one that was the most beautiful copy we've ever seen. We hope one day it gets graded, and I hope that guy gets a 10 because it's just such a beautiful book. I hope for him because that book, the original first appearance of Amazing Spider-Man, I think was actually to get a 10. The sky's the limit on that book. Right now, 9.8 for the first appearance of Punisher goes for about $15,000 to $20,000, somewhere in that range. Fantastic Four, look at that, another facsimile edition. For Fantastic Four number 2. All New Venom is up to issue number 3. And this one has been spelling out the word Venom in multiple connecting covers. All New Venom. Oh, and then we have Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 67 up next. Scotty Young, the many deaths of Spider-Man. He's been killing him in so many creative ways. I like the one that the kid had him in a jar. Spider in a jar. And there's that one. And Cable, up to issue number 2. Deadpool Team Up. What are we up to here? Deadpool Team Up. Rob Liefeld is no longer with Marvel. He has parted ways with them. He apparently had some hard feelings over how he was treated during this last movie. Apparently Wolverine, Daredevil, Deadpool movie. He was not happy about how he was treated by the studio. Deadpool. Speaking of Deadpool number 11. And that cover. And the comic book spawned from the movie, which, like I say, Rob Liefeld. So the books that you see recently for Marvel, the ones you're going to see come up, those will be the last ones. If you see Liefeld, it'll be the last ones he plans on doing for Marvel. So the Liefeld covers that have just come out and will be coming out, if there are any more coming out. Well, that was a sound I like. It's the sound I sold something online. What did I just sell here? Sold another comic online. Comic book pusher. Hard at work getting comic books in the hands of fans all over the world. And this is Immortal Thor, number 20. And that's the last of our Marvel stuff. Whew. We're going to be lucky to get this all done. We've got just the indies left, and there's not that many of them. Luck is our way so far. Let's see if we can hang in there, if the luck can hold. And I want to tell everybody thank you who have been our patrons. Our shout out to our top patrons. Thank you so much, Billy and Wolf and Juan, for being patrons and supporting the Comics Club, the Comic Book Pusher, and our show, Good Morning Comic Book Fans, through Patreon. Thank you so much for that. And if you want to support us that way, there is a link down below for for that. Okay, see if we can get through these quickly because it is 11:30 and we're running a little late. So this is Bug Wars #1. Nice Peach Momoko cover. Creep Show. Some of these covers are graphic, people, so I'll just let you know. Creep Show #1. Eyeball Milkshake. This is Feral. This is issue number 10. Dick Tracy. This is our Valentine Day special for Dick Tracy. If you're going to give your Valentine a cool comic, here's one you can do. Geiger is up to issue number 10 as well. Love those checkerboard. Those go checks. Those are cool. Those spawned from a DC thing back in the 60s. All right. F Fairyland and the regular I Hate Fairyland Happy Game. And that's issue number 20. It's the final part of a 5-part series there. A story arc. The Lucky Devils. This is issue number 2. Lucky Devils. And Mr. Happy would like to chime in and let everybody know that the secret word this week is lucky. And if you're feeling lucky, remember this word. If you're coming through the Comics Club, this will get you 15% off of any single item. Some restrictions apply. If you're a Discount Club member or subscriber, you get 20% off any single item. Some restrictions apply. So please do stop by the Comics Club and take advantage of Mr. Happy's secret word, lucky. Thank you, Mr. Happy. We'll see you next week. All righty. That secret word is good from now all the way until next secret word next week. All right. Or if we don't have a show, it'll be good for 2 weeks. The moon is following us. After that, it will be suspended. Spawn 361. And next time, that will be on the cover. Witchblade. We're up to issue number 8 of the current series. That's awesome. Transformers, up to issue 17 of the new series. I believe we get a new character in this one, too. Lots of first appearances coming up. Don't miss those out. Those are the #1 reason the comic will go up, is the first appearance of a character that gets popular. Green Hornet Fury, issue number 2. Green Hornet and Miss Fury, issue number 2. Another one for your collection, eh? Savage Tales. This is issue number... this is the first one of a new Savage Tales from Dynamite Entertainment. And we're going to save the cosplay one for last. Look at that. It's right off Frank Frazzetta's art, right? Linsner. We love Linsner. He has such a distinct style in there. His stuff is just great. And a cosplay cover. Savage Tales there. Parliament of Rooks is up to issue number 3. When I Lay My Vengeance Upon Thee, issue number 2. That's a crazy title. Star Wars High Republic Adventures is issue number 14 from Dark Horse Comics. Where Monsters Lie Cul-de-sac, issue number 4. A couple covers for that one. And an interesting bit of art on the back cover there. Where Monsters Lie. This was Star Wars High Adventures issue number 15. Didn't we just... That's issue number 14. Apparently issue 14 was a restock that we had missed. Issue number 15. We have 2 Star Wars apparently coming out this week. More than that, actually. We got another one coming up. This is Christmas 365, issue number 3. If you don't get enough Christmas in December, we can get it all year long through this comic book. Star Wars Hyperspace Stories, issue number 1 from Dark Horse Comics. Space, the Final Frontier. The back cover is Space. Star Trek Lower Decks, number 4. Are you a Star Trek fan? How can you not be? It's great stuff. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Nation number 4. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Welcome to the Maynard issue number 3. The Maynard is some sort of crazy hotel, I guess. Something like that. And Into the Unbeing part 2, issue number 1. And we have this strange art on the cover, on the back cover. And there you have it, kids. That is this week's show. I hope you enjoyed the 9.8s. I can't believe I got 24 of them out of 25. That was just, I nailed it. So I'm so happy about that. Please do come and see them. If you aren't here personally or can't come to see them, do check out our Facebook because they have them posted up there. And thanks once again to everybody for joining us this week. Leave a comment down below so I can enter you into next week's drawing. Give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the alert button, the bell, so that you know that when we have our next show, when it's coming up. So you'd be ready for me and my face to be greeting you every Wednesday at 11 a.m. All right, everybody. Thank you again for joining us. We really do appreciate it. We'll see you next time. And remember, read. It brings out the hero in you.